Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's tutorial we're going to be looking at how to calibrate your Cricut machine ready for using print and cut. First thing we need to do is pop into Design Space and we're going to click on the three little bars at the top left hand side of the canvas, and when we click on that we can see there's a section here that says calibration. We're just going to click on that and that's going to bring you up a machine calibration screen, and we need to decide which feature we're going to calibrate. So we're going to choose print then cut. What we need to do now is just follow the steps. So the first thing we need to do is we need to print out the calibration sheet. So as you can see here, it's set it to my OfficeJet printer. So we're just going to click on print and that will print out the calibration sheet we need to continue. This is what the calibration sheet should look like once it's been printed, and it's made up of squares and it's made up of lots of lines that go across the top and down the side, and we're going to use those as a reference to make sure that the Cricut is cutting as perfectly as possible. Back over in Design Space, now it's printed, we can just click on continue, and now it's telling us that we need to place the calibration sheet onto our mat, making sure that we place the sheet in the top left corner, and then we're going to click continue. We're going to take the sheet as it says and we're going to place it in the top left hand corner, and we're going to line it up, and I'm just going to use my brayer and I'm going to secure that onto the mat so that when it's doing the calibration process we don't want the sheet of paper to move. Now that's secured on, we're going to click continue and we're going to select the machine. So I'm obviously going to select the Cricut Maker. Now it says we need to prepare the machine, we need to make sure there's a fine point blade in clamp B, and we need to now load the mat into our machine. Going to load in the mat. Now we just need to press the flashing Cricut button and the calibration process will begin. It does take quite a while because the machine needs to read the registration marks around the edge. It is important at this bit that you don't unload the mat from the Cricut machine because it's read the registration marks and it's basing its cuts on those registration marks. So do your investigations but leave the mat loaded. But the machine has now cut through a square in the middle. So now we need to check that the cut line is in the middle of the black line. And we can just gently, if we lift it up, we can see that is about right. Back into Design Space, now we need to look at the examples on the screen, and if it has cut through the black lines, we need to say yes. If it's off center and it hasn't cut through the black lines, then you need to click no and you need to do the calibration again. So for this, we're going to click yes because we're happy with ours, and we're going to click continue. After we press continue, it's moved on to the fine calibration where it's cut through the lines. We now have to take a careful look and we're looking for the cut that goes all the way through the centre of the black line, across the numbers and also through the letters. So we're looking to match it up as close as possible. So we need to just have a good look at that. So we're going to take a look now. Back in Design Space, we can see here on the screen we need to make the selection. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the cut lines to go through the black line. So obviously we can see on these don't match, but this one does. So this is what we're looking for. So we've got a drop down list here to go top line. So for the top line, I'm going to choose number 11. And then for the right line, I'm going to choose the letter M. And then we're going to click continue. So once we click continue, it's done a confirmation cut and it's now cut through the big box. We just need to check this box now to make sure that it's been cut through the black line. So if we raise it up a little bit, we can see that that has cut pretty well and it's cut through the centre of the black line. Back over in Design Space, we're on the confirmation cut screen, and this is what we're looking for the big rectangle, and obviously we don't want this one if it's not cut centre. So are you satisfied with your cut? Yes, I am. So we're going to click continue, and that's now going to tell us that our calibration is complete, and that has now removed our mat. And that is how you calibrate your Cricut machine step by step, ready for print and cut. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.